Okay, now let's try to look at this. So now there are bunch of statements which I have made there.
Hmm.
All right, and you can see the response. When you see the response, the idea is like you have your first step. What happens? The whole of your context is basically converted into something called your tokens.
Yeah,
Okay.
23 tokens.
Even
Yeah.
before you say tokens, they are basically cut down into words and subwords. When I say words and subwords, you can see hello is basically one word. Okay. Students has become one more word. Let's has become one more word. Learn AI today. Everything is basically being converted into one word. And
Today's is also one more.
yes, that is what I'm coming to that. So now
Okay.
today has become one word, apostrophe s has become another word. Okay.
Hmm.
So effectively each word is basically become one simple one word. And now let's also pay one more very, very subtle insight. I have used the word students twice. So when I try to use the word student, you can see its associated value. So students has got a value 20783 and this students has got a value 32052. What is so
Hmm.
much different? If you see carefully attention, you are thinking students has become as one word. No, no. It is a space plus students has become one unit. Now we'll call it a token. Okay. So space plus students has become one token. And this students is a simple students which is starting with a capital S and it has got that token. All right. So
Hmm.
similarly, AI has become one token, which is like 15592. And here AI has become 115,836. So that token number is different. All right. So now the idea is like again space plus a token, space plus your word has become one token, and AI itself has become one another token. All right.
Hmm.
So effectively, this is what is happening. So we basically made one central point previously. What is the point that we have made? Okay, your input is basically bunch of numbers. You process these numbers to discover some numbers. So your chat GPT, what you think it understands is basically first does this job, converting all of your text into this bunch of numbers.
Hmm.
And what really gets into the real engine, like when you say chat GPT, it has got something called tokenization, word embeddings, positional encodings, and all that stuff before it enters into a neural network called your transformers neural network. So what gets into transformer neural network is these bunch of numbers. When these bunch of numbers enter into the system, they undergo some kind of a transformation. And from the transformation, what gets out is your output. All right. So let's say
Hmm.
I'll try to tell you very simple statement. When I say pencil, you should give me 5. When I say pen, you should give me 10. When I say eraser, you should give me 2. So for the sake of discussion, I simply named with numbers. Okay. Now I'll try to make it more interesting. When I say PE or like PC, it is referring to pencil. When I say PE, it is referring to pen. When I say ER, it is referring to eraser. Now you see, initially when I mentioned each one of them, I have associated with an enum value kind of a thing. Next time when I'm trying to tell the same example, and a verb or like a term, a token, I'll use the word called token. A token is equivalent to its respective token is what I'm trying to tell you, right? So now I'm simply trying to put it in this way. So like pencil equal to P and then pen equal to PN and then pen equal to PN and eraser equal to your ER. This is how I have basically started to describe. So now you see, now let's make it interesting. Let's associate pencil with a term called, now let's not really associating with a number, a value of the pen or something like that. Let's associate with some values. So let's its enum value be 12. Okay. And now let's say its enum value be 14. Let's say its enum value be something called your 18. So these are the values associated with it. Then what is your PE? PE is automatically, let's say it is associated with some other values. 45. PN is associated with some 56. ER is associated with some 65. So now try understanding what is your transformer model. Transformer model is very simple. What is it? So draw. Where is draw? Draw is here. Draw shapes. Draw shapes. So it is basically a interesting box. What is it? What is it? So like where you are simply trying to input something like a pencil. Undo that. Let's try to go back to this. So now you wanted to. Okay, this doesn't work, is it? Okay. All right, let's put it in this way. So you wanted to input something called your pencil, and then you want an output called something called P, or like a P as your output. All right. So what is happening? So the transformer model is something which is like this unseen black box, which is basically trying to take PE pencil as your input and produce PE as your output. Okay. From a high level understanding, you are thinking if I throw pencil, output is coming as a PE. Okay. But in a low level understanding, what is happening? PE is nothing but your 45, which is going into the system. Okay. 45 is something which is going into the input. What is coming as output? Output is, okay, sorry, I made a correction. So what is going in? Control Z. So what is going in? You are inputting a value called 12. And what is becoming as an output? Output is basically 45.
45.
Okay. So what is this specific model is trying to do, or like specific this black box is trying to do? It is simply trying to do that conversion left to right. Or else it is trying to predict the probability, saying that given a value called 12, what is the probability? The value it is 45. It is simply trying to build that logic. Let's again go back and look at our neural network. Is that not what neural network was trying to do? It is trying to take bunch of numbers and then trying to put it together. So, and now it is saying, okay, if 0, 0 is something which is input, output to be predicted is 0. Okay, here we told it as 0, but okay, if 45 is input, do whatever magic you want to do and then give me output as 12. Right? So that is something what is happening. Okay, how does that happen is a very interesting thing, wherein which we use something called your transformer network. Okay, follow transformer.
This
So you look at
token,
this.
this
Sorry.
token, this token
Hmm.
is there, na? I mean, having said, each word is attached with only one token, or it keeps on changing. For example,
No, each word is assigned with only one token.
for example,
Hmm.
hello, and the one
Hmm.
will have hello, will have the same number
Hmm.
19, whatever is that? One nine
Okay,
nine zero
just pay attention.
six.
Just pay attention. I'm trying to write something there. You just
Yeah,
look at it and your question will be answered right there.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So one more thing, like if we are giving prompt to like ChatGPT any model, so
Hmm.
this is the overall idea, like this tokenization and number is converting on the transformers.
Now you see this. Like let's